What a play by Dan Kelly here. Make a float on the flop and now move in on the turn. We talk about young guys playing aggressive. This a perfect example of it. The question is, can he get by Jason Burt? Remember, this is all of Jason's chips. If he plays this pot, it's for his tournament life.
All right, and he's going to start at 10,000. Blinds are 30 and 60. To the felt we go. Dan Kelly. They call him DJ K. Kelly.
22-year-old young tough pro.
Cards are weird.
All his peers really respect this guy.
He quickly folds. Jason Somerville also going out. And now it is on Noah Schwartz. I like to call him McLovin from that movie Superbad.
I wouldn't know, Vince. I didn't see it. Action over to Doc Sands. Doc, a one to watch here in the WPT. Not this hand as he folds.
And now the chip leader, Sean Jazayeri, 53 years old, amateur player, is going to raise with a queen 10. It's right behind him, Jason Burt with ace king.
I'm all in.
Jason Burt in the big blind going all in on deal number one with Big Slick. He's got ace king, and he quickly takes down the pot. So
Sean mucking there.
It's a good first 10.
Ace king picking that up nicely.
it's a thing of beauty for Jason Burt as he takes down pot number one by moving all in. He started the final table here in 6th chip position.
Nice hand.
With that pot, he's moved into 5th place.
But you would just wonder, Sean, just make him sweat a little bit. You also come for a little sweat in poker, don't you, Mike?
Oh, no, not me. When you got ace-king like that, I like the all-in bet by Jason. Take it down and move on to the next hand.
Okay, back to the play. Jason Somerville with a pair of 8s.
I'm all in.
And there he goes. He's going all in with this.
Oh, he's the short stack at the table, just moving all in with the 2 snowmen.
But right behind him, McLovin there. Noah Schwartz with a pair of 3s.
Well, you don't mind making a big bet with a small pair, but you don't want to call an all-in bet with one. Noah goes out.
Yeah, he does. Doc Sands also flying away.
I call.
But he's going to get the action from the chip leader, Jazayeri.
Always trying to get better. Took 3 WPT boot camps. Jason Somerville has a World Series of Poker bracelet to his credit. He's trying to add a WPT title to his resume. He's got the 2 8s. He's up against ace-queen.
This is Jason's 19th WPT event, his first final table. And the flop is nice there for Jason.
Yep, it's come 7-4-4. The 2 8s out in front.
Very comfortable as Sean, and look at him smiling. Looks a little like the Joker from Batman. Let's go to the turn.
It's a deuce.
Well, a deuce comes off, so we are down to the river.
Away from a double up.
Jason Somerville just has to dodge an ace or a queen to double up here. Can he do it?
Will the 8s be lucky? Here we go to the river.
It's a queen.
Oh, the queen on the river. Heartbreak for the 24-year-old poker pro, Jason Somerville. And Vince, what a dagger that is. On the river to get beat by an ace or a queen.
And that is brutal, Jason, a gentleman.
Man, River's been brutal in this tournament.
Got to take home $202,000 here from the Commerce Casino. And right now, he's going over to talk to Matt Savage.
Well, Jason, that was quick. You came in here with a short stack. Was that your plan kind of today to get it in early?
Well, I got dealt 2 8s with like my stack against anything but shove, and he asked to call, of course, with ace queen, and it just came out bad. You know, can't do anything, just lost the flip.
Well, you didn't have much from experience here at your first final table, but I'm sure you'll be back for more. Jason Somerville, a great player, and obviously, I'm sure we'll see you again.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate that.
Win your way to the $40 million guaranteed WPT World Championship. Satellites as low as $5 and awarding at least 12,400 WPT Championship passports every Sunday. Click the link in the description below, sign up with bonus code YT90, and win your seat.
Jazayeri's chip lead has increased over $5 million now.
Back to the action, a quick fold by Doc Sands. And now the chip leader, Sean, also going out.
Over to Jason Burt.
I'm all in.
On the short stack, moving all in with ace-queen here. Well, we've dealt 3 hands at this final table, and 3 times somebody's going all in.
DJ K going out, and Noah Schwartz now has picked up king-queen, and he's interested.
Well, Noah's in the big blind, but
I call.
it's going to cost him over $900,000 more to make this call.
And he has made the call, Mike. Jason Burt, the local from Sherman Oaks, California.
Noah gambling with there, called him with king-queen. He's up against ace-queen, dominated.
That's dominating.
And McLovin not loving this, and he's not going to love that flop because 8-3 deuce. No help there for Noah.
Man, he's going to have to catch a king to win this pot.
Jason Burt just like to hold on with this one. Here's the turn card. It's also a good one for Jason Burt. It's a 4.
Impressing me about Jason, this only his 6th WPT event, yet it's his 2nd final table. That is good stuff.
Noah needs to hit a king right now. It is not. It's a 10 of clubs on the river. So Jason Burt putting the punishment to Noah Schwartz.
Event, but it's 2nd WPT final table. That is impressive stuff.
Yes, it is. And we're back to the table. 5 players remain. By the way, where did Jess and BJ find those payphones? They're more difficult to find than aces these days, but they found them. All right, back to the table. Noah Schwartz with a 10-6. He's going to raise with that junk, 135.
Yeah, right under the gun. Doc Sands going out.
Now the chip leader, Sean Jazayeri, also folding.
So over to Jason Burt.
He won't play.
Big blind now. Dan Kelly looks down at Queen Jack.
Yes, he's in the big blind, and he's going to make that call, give action to Noah Schwartz. So Queen Jack up against 10-6. Here we go with the flop.
Now flop comes King 8 deuce. No help to anybody. I hate to tell you, Dan, but you look like a high school student.
He does look pretty young. He certainly does. And he's going to check his nothing hand. And with a continuation bet, Nick Lovin betting. And he's going to be successful with a nothing hand. And that's got to feel good.
Nice continuation bet by Noah there to take down that pot.
All my people are here.
Noah, very tough. One of those guys from South Florida.
Okay, and right now you can see Sean Jazayeri, the 53-year-old, out in front with $5 million in chips.
Doc Sands in 2nd place with a little over $4 million. Noah Schwartz in 3rd with over $2.8 million.
And action is going to go on the local. Jason Burt, he's got a 10 deuce, quickly folds his hand. Dan Kelly with a 6 deuce, also not going to play, so it's around to Noah Schwartz with the button. He's got ace jack. And he is going to raise.
Comes in for $135,000.
Like he should with ace jack. Now Doc Sands looking down at ace 4. Ejects that hand. And there's the chip leader, Sean.
Now he's got the Queen 7 here, but he is going to play.
This is a guy that says he likes to play confused poker so far tonight. I don't agree.
Well, the flop comes 7-7-5. He has flopped 3 7s. He checks it, hoping Noah will make that continuation bet again, but he doesn't.
No, McLovin smartly slowing down with a check.
Now a 3 comes off.
3 on diamonds.
Sean gonna look back down at his hand.
150.
Now that's something that older players do that younger players don't do, Vince. They look back at their hand in the middle of the pot because they want to make sure what suits they've got or what they've got, actually.
There you see Noah going to make the call here. No card he can catch to win the pot. Whatever he puts out there is just going over to Sean's stack.
Okay, a 5 pairs the board again. So Sean with 7s full.
I check.
Oh, going to lay another trap down.
Weak check, in my opinion. It allows Noah just to check down an ace high here, and that's what he's done. Sean turns up 7s full and is going to win this pot. I'd believe he got paid off. Had he put his opponent on an ace like I think he should have, the way that hand was played.
Noah could have had a chance of bluffing at it too with nothing, so.
Noah Schwartz used to be a baseball pitcher. Southpaw. Pitched in high school and college. Injured his arm and turned to poker, Vince. That's how he got into poker. His dream of hitting the major leagues went south. He is now a professional poker player and has been for 9 years.
2 pretty dodgy jobs, if you ask me. But he's going to fold this hand now, Doc Sands. Highly regarded as a poker pro. Goes away as well. Sean not going to play.
Action over on Jason Burt.
Yep, he's in the small blind. He's got King Jack, and he's raised it to 160.
Now Dan Kelly makes the call here. Well, both Jason and Dan mechanical engineering majors in college. Jason went to California Institute of Technology. Dan Kelly went to Villanova.
Flop comes up with a king. That is nice for Jason Burt. Hitting kings, top pair. And he's going to make the continuation bet with the real hand. Looks like 180,000.
Action on Dan now. He's got no hand and no draw. Oh, Vince, he's going to make what we call a float bet. He's made the call here with no hand and no draw.
Floating down river trouble.
Catches a queen on the turn. This does give him a straight draw.
Yeah, open-ended. And of course, Burt not going to let up. Makes a solid bet, 370,000. Going to make him pay for it.
These are the 2 shortest stacks left in the tournament. Fighting it out for this pot.
He's bet about half the size of the pot.
Now he got himself in a bit of trouble because now he has an open-ended. He's thinking Burt could be trying to steal this.
actually has a hand now. They can win the pot.
Whoa.
Well, he is going all in here.
He is going to push it.
Well, Dan Kelly fighting for this pot, moving all in here on the turn. Jason Burt with a tough decision as to what to do now. You just wouldn't think the guy would raise you with a pair of kings and a weaker kicker in this spot. Essentially, all he can beat is a bluff right now, but what a play by Dan Kelly here. To make a float on the flop and now move in on the turn. We talk about young guys playing aggressive. This a perfect example of it. The question is, can he get by Jason Burt? Remember, this is all of Jason's chips. If he plays this pot, it's for his tournament life.
The young local from Sherman Oaks.
I call.
He's going to make the right call.
What a good read by Jason Burt right there. Whatever happens in this pot, pretty incredible. One guy fighting for the pot and the other guy not giving it up.
Well, that is solid poker by the local Jason Burt, but now he's got to sweat out the river.
Well, a great call. In reality, all he can beat with those two kings is a bluff here, and that's exactly the situation. Dan Kelly making a move on the turn. Must catch a straight now to win this pot. Needs a 9 or an ace.
Jason Burt could be the hero of the night.
It's an ace!
It's an ace. Wow. Dan Kelly has won this pot and eliminated Jason Burt from this tournament. And Vince, both players now that have been eliminated at this table lost on the river.
That's an absolutely stunning last card. Jason Burt with a great call there for all the money. Gets a suck out on the river with the ace. He's going to take home $252,000 and some indigestion as he goes over to talk to Matt Savage.
Jason, real tough beat there. Can you tell us a little bit about that hand?
Well, I went into tank for quite a while. You know, it is all my chips, but in the end, thought I made a good call. Unfortunately, deck didn't agree with me.
I'm sure we'll see another final table in the World Poker Tour. Congratulations, Jason.
Thank you.
As you can see, Sean Jazayeri, he's only been playing poker for 4 years. The only amateur at the table is the chip leader with $5.3 million. Let's go to the felt. David Sands with a quick fold. Sean, this time with an ace-king, gonna raise, makes it 150 to go. Dan Kelly out.
Now over to Noah Schwartz. He's got 2 9s here.
Oh, yeah.
Call.
And he just calls. Well, most players would re-raise with 2 9s here.
Me and my buddy, the boot camp warriors.
Boot Camp Warrior Buddy, that's what he's calling Sean. Being a WPT Boot Camp Warrior has sure paid off for Sean. If you want to find out more, log on to WPTBootcamp.com. Sean been to 3 WPT boot camps, and what a flop for him.
180.
And he bets 180,000.
Yeah, Noah checked.
Noah's going to make the call here, but he is in dire straits.
To the turn we go. Deuce of hearts helps neither player. Noah gonna check again. Sean
400.
gonna bet 400,000. The senior at the table, trying to take control of the Miami guy.
So far, he's handled Noah Schwartz at this final table. Trying to handle him yet again.
Well, that's 400,000, and he is gonna get the action from Noah.
Now, Noah Schwartz only has 2 outs to win this pot. Must catch a 9.
6 of hearts on the river. Noah's gonna check again.
500.
And more pain and punishment going into McLovin. He is confused. He is disappointed in himself. Can he get away from this hand?
You look like a nice guy. Probably should give you my money.
And once again, Sean is going to give that Jack Nicholson Joker from Batman smile. Look at that. Call me here, Batman. You'll find out what I got.
Man, it's got to re-raise pre-flop.
That might have cost him more money had he re-raised pre-flop, but right now, I'd be shocked if he makes this call, and he makes this call. Very surprising. You just don't think amateurs are going to fire 3 shells. Bluff on the flop, get called, bluff on the turn, get called, and bluff again on the river.
Oh, that is punishing to Noah Schwartz. No love for Mr. McLovin right there. And our chip leader extends his chip lead.
Well, Vince, he may be an amateur player, but he's not playing like an amateur now. Got a great value bet in there on the river against Noah Schwartz.
Good bet. Good hand.
Floridian is mumbling to himself.
Oh, boy. My life.
He's saying, how can I let this amateur player take advantage of me? I'm the poker pro. I'm the one that looks like McMuffin, whatever his name was.
Action back on McMuffin. He played that last hand like an egg McMuffin.
McLovin, that's what it is. Okay, this time he picks up ace-9 of spades. A reprieve for him, and he is going to raise to 135. Doc Sands Playing very tight tonight so far, goes away.
I call.
Now Sean with an ace deuce of clubs. Gonna make this call. DJK
Round
out.
3. He's won all of them. He won the first 2, yeah.
Not true, not true.
He won the Queen 7 and
Oh, wow, look at this flop. Aces and nines for Noah.
Great chance for some reprieve here for Noah Schwartz to get some money back off of Sean. He's flopped the top 2 pair. He's got his opponent hemmed up about as good as you can have him.
Yeah, Sean's got aces as well, of course, as you can see. And Noah's gonna make the bet. 235,000. Sean has called it.
Noah, once he gets called here, you automatically put your opponent on a heart. Jack of spade comes off.
Sean's gonna check again.
all in.
And there's an all-in bet.
Sean goes out. Finally, something good for Noah Schwartz as he picks up the pot.
Nice hand, Noah.
Broke the streak.
You did?
Ah, I won one.
Win your way to the 40 million guaranteed WPT World Championship. Satellites as low as $5 and awarding at least 12,400 WPT Championship passports every Sunday. Click the link in the description below, sign up with bonus code YT90, and win your seat.
We tied for third with James Dempsey and Bobby Obudu.
All right, back to the felt we go.
Sean Jazayeri well out in front right now with nearly 7.5 million.
And a quick fold on this hand by Noah. And now Doc Sands with the button has a queen 6. And he's slowing down, saying, maybe I'd like to play this.
He hadn't played much of anything all day, hadn't had any cards. Certainly doesn't have a hand here, but he is going to play it, as you can see. He's raised it up to 120,000 with the queen 6 offsuit.
Well, he has. And now Sean with an ace-10 surprisingly folds his hand. Shocked. And Dan Kelly is going to make the call with ace-3.
Now, Dan Kelly, that's the difference in youth and older people. One takes the conservative route, one takes the aggressive route and plays. And the flop comes ace-jack-10, all hearts.
Sean shaking his head because he would have flopped aces and 10s. Dan Kelly with the check. And look at this, David Sands with the continuation bet.
An impressive call here by Dan Kelly.
Yeah.
It's just a weak ace, no heart in his hand. 5 of diamonds comes off.
DJK first to act. Again, he's going to check. 270,000 by Doc Sands.
This is why young guys are so tough. They just fight for pots, even when they have nothing. What a call here by Dan Kelly. This impressive, folks. Not easy to call with a weak ace here and no heart in your hand, believe me.
Doc would love to hit a heart here. Can he get it? No, he hits a queen, though.
When the queen comes off, neither player going to like that because it'd be feared that their opponent has a king in their hand where they'd make a straight.
DJK checks. Well, they're both going to check this wisely.
Dan Kelly's going to win this pot with 2 aces. Wow, pretty impressive, and even he's surprised by it.
Well, he stood the heat on the flop and the turn bench. You wonder if he could have stood it on the river. But nevertheless, Dan Kelly making 2 good calls there, taking down that pot.
All right, cards being dealt once again. Action on Noah Schwartz from Florida. He's going to muck his hand.
David Doc Sands, 27-year-old poker pro out of Las Vegas, looks down at a premium hand, ace-king of spade on the button. Obviously going to raise it, just a matter of how much. I say obviously, but maybe not.
Wow, Mike, you were right. He's going to raise it to 120. Sean out. And now Dan Kelly wants to take a look. He's got 10-6 of diamonds.
He's a 22-year-old poker phenom, this guy. Flop jack 5-3, all different suits, no help to anybody.
No.
Dan checks. Not reaching for chips to make the continuation bet. He also has the best hand.
Yeah, he's going to put in 130,000. Continuation bet. Oh, Dan's not going anywhere. Re-raise with nothing, Mike.
What an impressive check raise by Dan Kelly here. This kid fights for pots.
Makes it 350 to go.
That is a trait of a great poker player. A guy that just is not looking to hit the flop and then throw his hand away if he misses it. He check raised with air right there and takes down the pot.
He's just saying, I think that David doesn't have a wired pair. He's going to get away from his hand thinking I hit jacks or something like that, and I can make this work. But it takes a lot of guts to make that play. But Dan Kelly, 22 years old, manages to do it.
There you see, Sean Jazayeri still way up in front with $7.6 million. But Dan Kelly in second place with over $5 million. David Sands with just $2.2 million now. Noah Schwartz in fourth place with $1.4.
All right, the blinds are going up to 40 and 80,000.
Well, Doc folding quickly. Sean Jazayeri also out.
1.5, 1.4.
And Dan Kelly now saying, how much you got down there?
1.5.
Dan's got king 10.
All in.
And he's gonna go all in.
And Noah Schwartz got 2 4s.
Oh, he is gonna make this call.
Well, he is going to gamble, wants to try to get some of his chips back.
Hazards. Let's gamble.
So Noah Schwartz, tournament life on the line. Can he get lucky here to get back in this thing?
I gotta fade the Kelly, bro. Jesus.
He's got a good attitude. Third time on the World Poker Tour, final table. Here comes the flop. But it's a 10 just like that.
It's come 10, 9, 6. Dan Kelly out in front right now with the 2 10s and Noah Schwartz saying ease.
Yeah, pretty bad news. Pretty bad news, don't you think? Just a little bit. Dan Kelly.
Looking at his watch saying I could still make happy hour perhaps.
So bad. That's bad.
Noah Schwartz mumbling to himself.
Well, there's a 7.
Well, that's 8? 8?
8 of diamonds.
That gives him some outs to escape and stay alive. If an 8 comes up, they would both have a 10 high straight.
Calling it?
That play's so bad. Not a waste of a tournament. So sad.
Noah must catch a 4 to win the pot.
Needs a suck out.
It's an 8. Noah Schwartz going to stay alive. Wow. As they're going to split this pot. Both players have made a 10 high straight. So finally,
I faded the Kelly.
some lady luck shining down on Noah Schwartz at this final table.
DJK even smiles a little bit.
That was close.